The rumors were loud. The speculation was relentless. Fans, analysts, and insiders all had their say. And today we're going to break down all the buzz, so stick with me until the end, hit the like button, and let's get to today's news. Let's start by talking about Kyle Pitts. The tight end who was once drafted as the highest pick in NFL history at his position had his name mentioned in trade talks as if he were just another one. The New York Jets, Denver Broncos, and Indianapolis Colts, teams supposedly in the market for a tight end, were all linked to Pitts in some way during the pre-draft buzz. And yet, as the dust settles on the 2025 NFL Draft, Kyle Pitts is still a Falcon. Let that spread. The Colts used their 14th overall pick on Tyler Warren. The Jets opted for Mason Taylor with the 42nd pick. And just like that, the potential suitors for Pitts evaporated. The message? No one is coming to Atlanta to rescue Kyle. No one is desperate enough to gamble on a player whose production has become as unpredictable as a Georgia spring storm. This is not the story we expected when Pitts made his big entrance into the NFL. After an electrifying rookie season and a Pro Bowl appearance, expectations were skyrocketing. This wasn't just a future star, we were watching a legend being made. But what followed was a roller coaster ride. Just 10 touchdowns in 4 years? Not the dominance fans envisioned. Not the generational weapon we were promised. So here we are, staring down what feels like a fork in the road for Kyle Pitts. It's a make or break season, no sugarcoating it. This year, the excuses fade. A new quarterback. A more complete roster. All eyes are on Pitts to either explode into the all-pro monster he was supposed to be or fade into a cautionary tale. The Falcons front office isn't leaving this to chance. The 2025 draft saw them load up on defense, clear evidence that the team is betting on its existing offensive core. They've doubled down on Pitts, showing faith that he can be the difference maker. Michael Penix Jr., the new signal caller, is expected to unlock Pitts' full potential. And let's be clear, they need him to. After an 8-9 season, Atlanta is clawing to break .500 and claw even harder to get back to playoff relevance. But here's where it gets even more compelling, because while Pitts grabs headlines, another name is quietly igniting excitement: Kobe Bryant. An undrafted free agent out of Kansas, Bryant didn't hear his name called during the draft. That could have been the end of the story. Instead, it's just the beginning. He wasted no time letting the league know he's coming, tweeting, "They can never take what God gave me. I got heart, believe in me, I had it hard, nothing was never given to me, don't go against me." It wasn't just a message. It was a declaration. This guy isn't just looking for a roster spot, he's looking for revenge. On the field, he's got the numbers to back it up: 128 tackles, 13 interceptions, and 11 tackles for loss across his college career. Last season alone, he racked up 37 tackles, 7 pass deflections, and 4 interceptions. The numbers pop, but the chip on his shoulder? That's the real story. The Falcons didn't just pick up a player. They may have found a steal, a gritty, no-nonsense corner who already feels like an Atlanta guy. With veterans like A.J. Terrell and Mike Hughes holding down the starting spots, Bryant's not expected to jump into the spotlight right away. But if he shows out in rookie camp and preseason, don't be surprised if he punches his ticket to the 53-man roster. And while the Falcons' new additions have generated buzz, not everyone's sold. Post-draft power rankings from major outlets still place Atlanta in the league's bottom half. NFL.com's Eric Edholm kept them at number 21, exactly where they were pre-draft. He called the aggressive trade-up for James Pierce Jr. unnecessarily bold, and he's not alone. The Athletic's Josh Kendall ranked the Falcons at number 24, noting the team passed on addressing certain needs. Bleacher Report's Gary Davenport offered a slightly more optimistic number 19 placement but echoed concerns. So what does all this mean? It means the Falcons are gambling on Pitts, on Penix, on a defense rebuilt with urgency. It means the margin for error is thin, and the pressure's real. It means that if 2025 doesn't bring results, jobs, big jobs, could be on the line. Before we move on to the next layer of this story, I want to know, Falcons fans, What do you think? Is this the year Pitts finally delivers? Can Penix bring the best out of him? And could Kobe Bryant really go from undrafted to undeniable? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And just when you thought the drama might end there, the Falcons found themselves thrust into an unexpected controversy that had absolutely nothing to do with game plans or draft boards. Defensive coordinator Jeff Ulbrich broke his silence following an incident that caught everyone, fans, the league, and even his own team, off guard. During the 2025 NFL Draft, a prank phone call was placed to none other than Shedeur Sanders. The twist? The call came from Ulbrich's son, Jax, using his father's iPad. Let that sink in for a moment. One of the most watched quarterback prospects in the draft received a prank call from the son of a defensive coordinator in the middle of the most important weekend of his life. It wasn't long before the NFL completed their investigation, and the Falcons were hit with a $250,000 fine. Jeff Ulbrich himself was fined $100,000. But to Ulbrich's credit, he didn't hide behind statements or PR filters. He came forward and took full responsibility. First of all, I'd like to publicly apologize to Shedeur and the Sanders family for what occurred, Ulbrich said. Second of all, I want to publicly apologize to Mr. Blank, Terry Fontenot, Raheem Morris, and the entire Falcons organization. My actions have not protected confidential data, were inexcusable. My son's actions were absolutely inexcusable, and for that we are both deeply sorry. He didn't sugarcoat it. He didn't dodge it. He owned it. The NFL has taken action, and I fully respect the punishment. We take full responsibility, my son and myself, and we will not be appealing the fine in any way, he added. Now, here's where this becomes more than just a headline. In a league where distractions are everywhere, the Falcons now find themselves in a position where discipline, maturity, and accountability have to be more than just locker room slogans. They need to become the identity of the team. Do you believe in this team's direction? Is Kyle Pitts going to silence the critics? Can Penix shake up the NFC South? What do you make of the Ulbrich situation? Hit that like button if you're fired up about this season. Subscribe for all the latest Falcons news, breakdowns, and behind-the-scenes updates. And don't forget, drop a comment with your thoughts. We're building this story together. Let's make 2025 unforgettable. Go Falcons!